Minute.
Recording in progress. Please don't record this part. This part. This is the networking part. Uh, I think we should not record this part because this is a networking part. Only we should record from 7:30, right?
I get it. I'm trying that option.
Okay. Okay. So then, can somebody clarify because I don't see.
Fellow Toast. Happy evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. A warm welcome to the meeting number 64 of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I am Toastmaster Meeta, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I am sure you are as excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and audio be off. Audio should be on only when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of politics, religion, and sex, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics. At the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, we request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Also, urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Let me now call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting. He is a winner of 2 DTM awards and has completed 11 paths in Toastmasters pathways. He has been a president for Distinguished Division Director, a Distinguished Area Director in the past. Outside Toastmasters, Sourav has played several leadership roles in Fortune 500 companies, startups, and non-profits. Currently, Sourav is building his own edutech startup, Practive, which he founded in June 2020. He is the president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Help me to welcome with a huge round of applause our DTM Sourav Dutta. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Meeta Shah, our Sergeant at Arms for today, and the president of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. So I see a few guests today. I see Gujarati Ajay Kumar. Ajay, I guess you're a guest. You're a Toastmaster, right, Ajay? From your background, it seems you're a Toastmaster. Okay.
Yes, I'm a Toastmaster.
Ajay, would you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Sourav. Hello, my name is Ajay. I am from Hyderabad, India, and I have been a Toastmaster since June 2015. And I'm currently a member of 4 clubs in 4 districts. I belong to District 126, District 108, that is Russia, District 122, that is Pakistan, and I'm also a member of South Carolina, and I am serving Founders District as the Division Director currently, and I am a Vice President membership in other 3 clubs. That's all about myself, Sourav.
Well, thank you so much. You are a poster child of Toastmasters International. Thank you so much for being a member of so many clubs. And I really love the fact that you're a member of club in Pakistan and Russia as well. So all these global conflicts that we have, somewhere we are trying to put at least some band-aid on that in Toastmasters. So I think that's a good way of doing things. Okay. Who else? We have Nitish Tanwar. Nitish, are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
Yeah, hi Saurabh. So I'm a Toastmaster. I'm from the Chandigarh Toastmasters Club.
Okay, okay, lovely. Thank you so much, Nitish, for joining. And Indiga Toastmaster Club was one of the clubs which were a part of the 12 hours Table Topic Marathon, if I'm not wrong, right, Nitish?
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for being a part of that. Okay. And we have got a new member who's joining us today, Sanjana JP. Sanjana, is that you, Sanjana JP? Meeta is saying yes, but I want to hear it from her. Sanjana, don't be shy. You have joined Toastmasters to speak up. So speak up. No? Okay, our VP will get in touch with you. Okay. So, okay. So since we have got no guests as such, I will, while I'm visiting Toastmasters and Toastmasters, I will be skipping the introduction of Toastmasters part. I think that's something that's well known. I'll probably straight away move on to something that I want to share about today's meeting. So, some of the important announcements for today, we have got two more members who have joined our club. One is Toastmaster Deepak and Toastmaster Nilesh. Very soon, we are going to introduce them formally with their posters and all. But for now, you have the privilege of knowing it firsthand. And the first breaking news comes to you because you attended our meeting today. So the rest of the world will get to know tomorrow. You get to know today. Good. So that's why you should attend the Gabbys meetings for the breaking news. We also have another very exciting news to share. That is the renewals for the Gabbys have started very strong, thanks to the wonderful team of the VP memberships that we have, led by. So we have got in Gabbys, because we've got three clubs, we have got a standing committee of membership, which is led by the standing committee. The membership committee chair is Toastmaster Neha Shah. And okay, Sanjanai, we get it. And we have got Toastmasters Smruti Mohanty, Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal, and Toastmaster Paduka Kannan, the three VP membership of the three clubs who are supporting her. And we have had a great start because all the three clubs have won the early champions award, an early renewal champions award, which means that all the three clubs have completed successfully 10 plus renewals. So that's more than 35 renewals is what we have on board already, and which means that all the clubs are in good standing, which is good news. And we continue to be in good standing till March. Nothing will change till March, that we have ensured. And but I'm sure that this is just the start. And the rest of you who are yet to renew, please remember, after 14 September, you will be paying 500 rupees more. I know you all love Gabbys and would want to contribute to Gabbys, but we don't want you to contribute financially like this. There are better ways of contributing. So you can renew early. We can let go of that 500 extra rupees. We don't want that. Seriously. Okay. So please renew early and pay 500 rupees less. After 15th, please don't send a message to the VPs, VPMs and say that, I really, really wanted to renew, but my bank was down, so I couldn't renew on 15. So please let me renew at 6,000. That will not be possible. People who are not a member of the Gabbys, and Gabbys is a great club for you to become a dual member of for a very simple reason. In fact, 40%, more than 40% of our members are dual members. And they do that because when you're a member of the Gabbys, one club of the Gabbys, you are actually a member of three clubs of the Gabbys in effect, which means that you can do meetings in all the three clubs and in three different times, which means that you have the flexibility of doing a meeting on Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday morning. So people who are not a member of the Gabbys and would look for a dual membership, in fact, people who want to come back to Gabbys as a dual member, most welcome. Our doors, our arms, our hearts is always open for you. So please welcome back and welcome to the Gabbys, anyone and everyone. Okay, teen nishane pe laga. Okay, now I am going to now move on with the theme of the meeting. There are many things that people like about Toastmaster. One of the most important things about Toastmaster, which I like, and that is something that is severely underrated. I think this is one of the best places for us to practice mindfulness. Every role in a Toastmaster meeting, if you pay close attention, it is about mindfulness first and then everything else later. If you're a TMOD, you have to be mindful. If you're not mindful, you will suddenly forget the introduction of the first speaker or the speech title of the second speaker. Or if you remember both, you'll forget who's evaluating whom. right? If you're a general evaluator, you'll have to be mindful about who the TAGL team players are. You suddenly, cannot get mixed up between a grammarian and an accountant. If you're any of the TAGL team role players, you have to be mindful all the time. So very recently, one of my friends joined as a guest, and he was sitting beside the timer not in our meeting, in some other meeting. And this guy is actually a very senior police officer. And obviously, they are very mindful, because mindfulness is something that's a part of their core duty. If they're not mindful, they may not even be alive. He was actually watching the timer and he was very impressed. Literally told me, this guy has some patience, man. For the entire 2 hours, he was making notes. So that comes from a very senior police officer, which shows that, so I said that, so that was the reason that I was telling you that we should start speech club program for the police stations in Karnataka. So that's how we practice mindfulness every single day in Toastmaster. And that's why we become better at that. So it's a beautiful theme and a very relevant theme for us as Toastmasters. And for those of us who are still trying to understand, why should I do a timer role or an accountant role or a grammarian role or a listener role? The answer to that is mindfulness. Now, who is the Toastmaster of the day today? I have a formal introduction of her, but I would hate to read that, and she would hate if I read that. So I am going to go with my introduction of this person. I say this with the risk of probably this, I don't know how others will react to it, but she is indeed one of my most favorite Toastmasters. And this has nothing to do with my previous invitation to come back to the Gabbys as a dual member. So don't link those two. These are not correlated. She's indeed one of my most favorite Toastmasters, and I'll tell you why she is one of my most favorite Toastmasters. If you're not good at something, it's very easy for you to take feedback and learn, right? If you are good at something, it takes a lot of humility and purpose and a passion for learning to take a feedback, learn, and improve. So this Toastmaster is a district table topic champion, is a district finalist in evaluation speech contest, is a absolutely brilliant speaker, an exceptional speaker. She speaks from her heart and she speaks with a lot of purpose and passion. But that's not why I say that she is my most favorite Toastmaster. In fact, all my mentees are better speakers than me. But the reason why I admire her is that even though she's so good, she never says, oh my God, how can you give me a feedback? I am so good, man. Seriously, you're telling a district table topic champion how to do table topics? No. She's like, how did I do after a table topic? And I'm like, shit, this is embarrassing, right? But that's how she is, and she doesn't do it because she wants to be nice and polite, but that's because she wants to learn. And I know that because I see her incorporating those learnings and those feedback in her speeches, in her evaluations. So please let me introduce, with all humility and a lot of passion, the Toastmaster of the day for today, a true Toastmaster in the truest sense, who's also an area director in District 98 and a very, very passionate learner, an epitome of humility and fierce resolve, Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Over to you, Joane.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. After that introduction, I have forgotten everything that I'm supposed to talk in the theme, right? Thank you so much. That was a very humbling experience. One of the best introductions I've ever got. Let me take 10 seconds to rewind my brain and bring myself to the present moment and think of mindfulness, because that's what I'm going to talk about. So if you focus on the theme today, it's not mindfulness. What is the theme? Has anybody read the entire theme? Can somebody just unmute yourself and go back and check in on your WhatsApp? No issues. Google, check on the posters. What is the entire theme? Theme is not just mindfulness.
Stress-free life, something.
The secret of a stress-free life, right? That was given to be my ChatGPT. I just put in some points and I said, ChatGPT, give me a good subtitle, and ChatGPT gave me a good subtitle. That is the secret of a stress-free life. But let's talk about stress before we talk about mindfulness, because everything that can be said, that can be written about this one word mindfulness has been said and has been written. And I'm sure all the 25 people in the room right now have somewhere heard at least about the mindfulness concept. You may know, you may practice, you may not believe, that's a different story, but you've got. So I want to go deep into mindfulness. Let's talk about stress. Is there anybody in this 25, out of this 25, who has never experienced stress in their life? Please raise your hand. Please. I will come to you. I'll pay you just to learn what do you do. No? Right? That's impossible. It's impossible that we have not experienced stress as humans. So then all 25, including me, have experienced stress. So now you will be able to give me an answer for the next question that I'm going to ask you. What is stress? Yes, Sagar? Yeah, please.
A distance between, I would say, your decision and the time you invest in ruminating your decision. How much time you invest in just like thinking about a certain thing, thinking about a problem.
Very interesting. Distance between the decision and the time that you take thinking and then making the decision. Yeah, that is one type of stress, no doubt about that. Any other answers that you feel? Yes, Gauri.
Okay.
Yeah. Gauri, and then I can't see. So why I'm asking you guys to raise your hand, I'm extremely sorry, but because I'm sharing the screen, I can't see everyone. So when you raise your hand, you pop up on my screen. So whoever is unmuted, they can speak, and then Gauri, you can speak because I can't see who is unmuted.
Okay, I will go first. The stress is nothing but the pressure you put on yourself or the pressure others put on yourself, on you.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. That's true. I'm feeling that pressure right now because somebody called DTM Sourav Dutta said so much good things about me that now he has put a lot of pressure to perform, right? Yes, that is a very good definition. Gauri?
I think it's the inability to be in the moment, inability to focus.
Inability to be in the moment, inability to focus. Thank you. So many people have raised their hands. I can't take everybody right now, but we will continue this discussion. Okay. But one thing is for sure, when I ask this question and I see these hand raised, right? We all are in the same boat. We all have experienced stress. So there is no need to ask, okay, do you even know what stress is? So what is stress? I am a Vipassana meditator, okay? And no, I'm not going to talk about meditation in the whole session, absolutely not. But in Vipassana, it's in a very simple way, we define stress. Very simple way. This is stress. I don't want something, but that is happening. I want something, but that is not happening. This is the simple definition of stress. We say, मन चाही नहीं होती है, लेकिन अनचाही होती है, which means मन चाही means my heart's desire. Something that I'm desiring is not happening. लेकिन अनचाही होती है. But something that I'm not desiring is happening. And this leads to stress. Now, in this definition, trust me, you can put in anything you want. Anything from your boss shouting at you, your wife not being happy with the gift that you have given her, or the world war that is happening. Anything. It's the same. Right? You want something, but you're not getting it and you're stressed. Or you don't want something and that's happening and you're stressed. So if this is stress bad? How many of you think stress in itself is bad? Please raise your hand. Genuinely, you think that stress in itself is bad? Okay, nobody thinks that stress is bad. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I saw a hand raised. Deepak raised his hand. Nupur, thank you. Thank you so much. And we have doctors and, expert psychologists in this room. So remember, whatever I am talking about is not an expert opinion. It's just simple my experiential learning. So it's not an expert opinion. I am not an expert in mindfulness nor psychology. So take it with a pinch of salt. If you think that, okay, I don't agree with it, definitely come back and WhatsApp me and we'll have a discussion about that. But stress, in fact, is good. It is very necessary for survival. And I'll tell you why. Look at the cat and the mouse. Okay. In a simple life, a cat is chasing a mouse. What will the mouse do? Mouse gets stressed. The cortisol hits it and it will start running. And when it starts running, the first thing it will do is try to find a hole. And it will go and find a hole and get inside that hole. This is the period of stress that mouse has faced because it's a stress of survival, right? It is breathing hard. It has maybe got a headache. Who knows? I don't speak mouse, but definitely it has all the stress signs that you can find in a human being. I'm comparing it. Same way. You know what is the problem? The problem is not the stress. The problem is this. What if I'm stuck? Remember this word, what if. Now, when the mouse is inside the hole and the cat is outside, the mouse will wait for the cat to leave, right? And then after some time, mouse will maybe go out, peek in and say, okay, there is no cat, and it will go out, and then again, it will start finding its food, start finding its mate. It will forget about this whole incident. But if that mouse was I, you know what I would think? I would think, I'll run, I'll find that hole, I'll sit inside, and then I'll think, what if this cat never goes away? What if I'm forever stuck in this hole? What if this cat will go out and bring 10 more cats? What if there is an earthquake and this hole gets stuck and I'm claustrophobic and I'll die here? This, what if after the actual stressor, the trigger of your stress, is the reason for prolonged stress in human beings. Animals are so lucky, let me tell you. They don't have that ability to think. They don't have the prefrontal cortex to think the way we humans think, right? They will just think for survival and they'll forget about it and move on. But humans, we are gifted. We have a beautiful imagination. Like, for example, what if I make a mistake today? Sourav said such good things about me. Oh my God, in a minute, everybody will say Sourav was lying. She's not that great. The what if starts and the stress starts. You start becoming nervous. You start feeling tensed. And the obsessive role starts. What if that person will never love me? What if I'll never get a promotion? This what if is the major reason for stress in our daily life. Now, I want to give a note here, like a side note. Stress can happen because of a trauma, a real trauma. And we are not discussing that. That's different. You may have lost someone. You may have had like maybe a car accident. That is traumatic. You will get PTSD. That is traumatic. We are discussing about daily stresses in our life. From morning, the moment we wake up till the time we go to sleep. Things that happen and then the what ifs that start in our mind which cause us stress. Now, as a Toastmaster, if you are a Toastmaster, you know you are stressed because you're a public speaker. And in every Toastmasters meeting, every role player, including the TMOD, that is me, is stressed to some extent. I'm not lying right now, I am. But for all our guests, especially the ones who are first time come to Toastmaster, let me just, for your benefit, tell you what actually the meeting happens. Let's pause and let the mouse ruminate inside the hole for some time and come back to the Toastmasters meeting. In a typical Toastmasters meeting, there are 3 sessions. First session is your prepared speeches, where our members, Toastmasters, they have prepared speeches from some pathways that they have selected, some education modules, and they come and deliver the speech. The second session is the most favorite one, a stress-free for a lot of people, stressful for people like me, that is known as a table topic session, loved by all our guests, because let me tell you, this is the session where guests, friends, everybody can participate. And then there is another session, the most important and valuable session, that is the general evaluation session. And to talk about the general evaluation session, we have someone very special who heads this entire session, who's known as General Evaluator in the Toastmasters lingo. Tonight, our General Evaluator role will be played by Toastmaster Sagar Duggal. Toastmaster Sagar, he says he's a live event enthusiast, deeply in love with mountains and rains. Definitely, you know your solution for stress, right? Just go to a mountain or a rainy area and you will find some release for your stress. Over to you, Toastmaster Sagar. Please tell us what is the role of a general evaluator.
All right. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Today, I'm playing role of the general evaluator, and my role is to keep the track of and my role is to keep the track of whatever happening in the meeting. And in the third section, I'll come back once again with the commentations and the recommendations part of the entire meeting. And as this is a very big role, so very obviously, I won't be able to do the entire part, all alone. So I have a TAGL team with me and they assist me in the entire process. Without any further ado, I would like to call our first TAGL team player timer, Toastmaster Suchita, on the virtual stage. On the virtual stage to lay down the objectives of the timer. Over to you, Toastmaster Suchita.
Thank you. The present time has one advantage over every other. It is our own. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. As a timer, I will be time table topic speaker, formal speeches, and evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red card, which denote specific time remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remark no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise a yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise a red card. Those giving speech should be limit their remark to their specific speech time. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes length. I will be raising green card at 4 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will be raising a yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise a red card. Those other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes length. At 5 minutes, I will raise a green card. 6 minutes, I will raise a yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise a red card. Thank you. Over to you.
All right, everyone, give it up for our timer, Toastmaster Suchita. And now I would like to call our counter on the virtual stage, Toastmaster Meeta, to lay down the objectives. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, General Evaluator. Happy evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'm the R counter for today's meeting. The purpose of the R counter is to listen and make a note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and the role players of today's meeting. This report would focus on 5 major areas: filler words such as ar, inappropriate interjections, for instance, and, well, but, so, you know, the use of crutch words similar to, basically, actually, this thing, etc. Repetitive words or phrases in the form of I or this means, unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. I will present the rest of my report when called upon by the General Evaluator during the General Evaluation session. Over to you, General Evaluator.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Meeta. And now I would like to call our grammarian on the virtual stage. On the virtual stage, Toastmaster Smruti. Over to you, Toastmaster Smruti.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Today I'm playing the role of a grammarian. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to the language usage. I'll also making a note of any misuse of English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it's also my responsibility to introduce a word of the day. Intent is to enhance vocabulary or add something new to the script. So today, the word of the day is perspicacious. Now that might sound like a tongue twister. Having said that, I'll put it on chat. To give you more insight about it, perspicacious. The synonym words are someone who is keen, insightful, wise. Trust me, the meaning are really simple. It is just the word which is like an advanced version of a wise person which we mentioned. I'll put it on chat for each one of you to look into it. And also I would encourage each one of you to pronounce it with me. Give it a shot. Perspicacious. Can we try that?
Perspicacious.
That was really
Yes.
good. And just
Perspicacious.
keep on trying. Okay. Now, how to use it? For example, the critic made some perspicacious observations about the film, or the general evaluator made some perspicacious evaluations on the entire meeting, or she considers herself a perspicacious judge of character. This is how we can make use of it. I'll also paste the synonym of the word. If you want, you can use those synonyms as well. I'll come back with my report once called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Everyone, give it up for our grammarian for the day, Toastmasters Smruti. Indeed, easy word, a very easy word of the day, I would say. All right, thank you so much. And now I would like to call our listener for the day, Toastmaster Gaurav, to be on the stage and to lay down our, our objective of your role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. There is a quote which goes, "It is a luxury to be understood." Today, let's ensure our speakers feel this luxury by truly listening. Being the listener of the day, I will be listening closely to everything said during the meeting. I will draft short questions to test our listening skills at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. And now I'll come back once again in the third section of the meeting with the commendations and the recommendations of the entire meeting, along with my TAGL team peers. Thank you so much. And over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. A big round of applause for our general evaluator and the TAGL team. You know you're not coming on camera. I do request everyone who can come on camera to please be on camera. And a big shout out for all of you who already are. And even if you can't come on camera, we do appreciate the virtual claps and the virtual hearts and all the virtual reactions. So please keep that up so that all the speakers are encouraged. Now, let's go to the first session of the meeting. That is the prepared speakers round. Our grammarian, a perspicacious person, gave us a word of the day called perspicacious, adding to our stress. Let's see if our prepared speakers are perspicacious enough today. The first speaker is Toastmaster Neha Bansal, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Samita. Samita, are you there in the room?
Yes, I'm there.
Thank you. I love that voice. I love that energy. Thank you, Samita. Toastmaster Neha Bansal is a certified image and soft skill trainer, founder of Innovate You. Her diverse journey includes being a mother, a home manager, overseeing family business, and culminating in her current role as an entrepreneur. She calls herself a lifelong learner, and she says that joining Toastmasters has helped her to master public speaking and deliver her message with confidence. Please note, she is giving her speech from the PATH Presentation Mastery Level 1, Project 1, which is the icebreaker speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. Timer, special note, the speech timing is 4 to 6 minutes. Toastmaster Neha Bansal, I unfortunately don't have your title. That's my bad. Oh, I do. Wow. You should see. That was a perspicacious title. Spotlight, Toastmaster Neha Bansal.
Have you ever been in a spotlight? What is the first thing which happens when you are spotlighted? Well, when I was asked to give my icebreaker speech, the first thing which I visualized was standing on the stage, all spotlights on me. And I was thinking, oh my God, what will happen today? Everybody gonna judge me. Who am I? What does she do? And all the stress I felt, the theme of today's meeting resonated so much with me. I felt the stress of expectations on my shoulders. What others gonna think about me? This is a spotlight effect. And I think we all have been through this phase of life. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and all my friends. I am Neha Bansal from the city of love, a beautiful city, heritage city of love, Agra. When I was preparing my speech today, I paused for a moment and thought, who am I? A mother, as introduced by Joan Zoser already in my introduction, a mother and a home manager looking overseeing the business and entrepreneur. Who am I? What exactly is my story? Well, today I stand in front of you in the spotlight, showcasing the three important phases of my life. I would be giving the introduction of my life, my journey, my icebreaker speech in three important phases. The first phase of my life. The first phase from the childhood to the 30s. I'm pretty okay to share my age with all of you. So this phase of my life was, getting up in a traditional mindset of a family wherein we were not supposed to go out and have a higher studies. However, with no grudges, I finished my MBA, all set to enter in the corporate world. But what happened? Instead of holding a briefcase and I'd start packaging suitcases. Instead of entering the boardrooms, I started boarding flights with my husband. Being an avid traveler gave me a all different perspective to the life. This is the phase of life I was navigating with various roles, managing household, business, you know, in a small city, in a tier 2 city, we have limited opportunities. However, we have a lot of social expectation. But my lifelong journey and my passion for teaching and self-growth never stopped me, whatever challenges I have throughout this phase of life. Second phase of my life was my parental life, or rather, I would say that was a life of a referee juggling between my two boys, navigating a role of a referee, sometimes over here or sometimes towards the other one. I enjoyed this phase of my life, dedicating the whole 10 years, enjoying the sports meet to the projects. And I must say that I am a proud mother because both my sons are excelling in their studies and in their career. This phase of life has taught me the negotiation skills which an MBA would have never ever taught me. So this is what I believe. Life gives you a lot of experiential learning. Now is the time when I enters my 40s, the beautiful phase of my life, my entrepreneurial journey, which I am living my dream. Getting all the certification done, calling myself my own boss, I started my own finishing or a training school in a tier 2 city. Because I feel in cities like Agra or any tier 2 city, we have a lot of potential, lot of talent. However, the opportunities are less. With my experience of being an avid traveler uh, uh, all around the world, traveling all around the world, having a new perspective, what all experiences I have gained, I want to now spotlight other people's life by giving them, opportunities, by giving them skills so that they can rediscover their talent and showcase their talent to the world. Today, it's an icebreaker speech. And when I was thinking about Toastmasters, I navigated through a lot of thoughts and beliefs that, no matter what, whether you are given a briefcase or whether you are given a suitcase, what matters is what we package things inside that briefcase or a suitcase. What matters is no matter what challenges or opportunities come our way, we just need to navigate it with with all the magic. And the real magic happens when you step out of the shadows and you step into the spotlight of your own life. Thank you so much, everyone.
Zoom Master, please keep Neha Bansal on spotlight. A big round of applause. And in true Toastmaster tradition, when somebody gives an icebreaker speech, we give a standing ovation to the speaker. So, a standing ovation to you, Toastmaster Neha Bansal, for starting your journey and giving your first speech, the icebreaker speech.
Thank you
Now,
so much.
I want to say so much, I love the spotlight. That was a moment when you just flashed it. But I won't say much because your evaluator will otherwise literally take me to task and say you are stealing things from me. So I'll leave all the comments for the evaluator, but I loved it from the bottom of my heart, especially when you said the referee thing that you play with your sons. I was thinking about how my parents used to be the same, playing between my siblings. Thank you. Now, let's go to the second speaker of the day. And our second speaker is Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Sunil Gupta is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Gauri. Gauri, I can see you and you are present and mindful, I hope so. I'm waiting for a yes in the traditional Toastmasters
Yes,
way.
I am present and mindful.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Gauri. Sunil Gupta is a working professional associated with the PSU as a senior engineer. He's very enthusiastic about learning new things, and he says he loves to evolve himself as and when he goes. He's an ardent and passionate player of cricket and wants to and loves to speak in English and is a strong believer in simplicity, integrity, and hard work. He says he has joined Toastmasters to develop speaking skills in English and overall his communication skills. He's going to present a speech from the Path Presentation Mastery, Level 2, Project 2, Effective Body Language. The purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language. Timer, please note, the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Kindly spotlight the timer. Sunil, ready? You're on mute. Can you please unmute yourself before I give you the title? Thank you. Toastmaster Sunil, a show to show off, Toastmaster Sunil.
Empty vessels make the most noise. What does this proverb mean? This is all about showing off. Think about the last time when you showed off. If not, it's okay. But if you did, can you tell me in a word or two, why did you do that? Anyone, please? Please raise your hands if you want to share your reason, personal reason, I would say. Nobody? Okay. Okay, never mind. Let's talk about some common reasons. Why do we usually show off? There are only 3 reasons behind every show off. Number 1, to build or maintain our value. Number 2, to protect our identity. Number 3, to make other people feel jealous. Can you cut vegetables with a knife without handle? Yes, you can. But then chances are you may cut your hand more than veggies. And that's what showing off is. When you do it to make others feel jealous, it sometimes makes you feel very embarrassed. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. It was a few years ago. One day, I got up early in the morning and started cleaning my house. Hearing a rattling sound, my wife also woke up and came out of the bedroom. She was surprised seeing me with a broom. What happened? Are you okay? Why have you started doing this very early in the morning? And listen, today my friend is coming. You know, he's very rich. He lives in Mumbai. Oh, so the house is being swept for the rich friend. Do you want to borrow some money from him? No, darling. I want to show him that I am richer than him. And listen carefully. How? If I ask you to bring something in front of him, you have to put 2 or 3 options for that. Suppose if I ask you to bring juice for him, you can ask which type of juice, apple, pineapple, or mango. Similarly, if I ask you to bring my car keys, you can ask which cars, Honda City or Maruti. Oh, a show to show off. Now I understood how to handle the situation. Around 12:30, my friend came. I welcomed and made him sit on the sofa. I wanted my wife to bring juice for him, but he expressed his wish to have only a glass of water. Listening to him, my wife, which type of water would you like to have, bhai sahab? Kitchen water, bathroom water, or toilet water? I was angry, but pretended to be normal. Hey, hey, she's kidding. Darling, bring water from the kitchen and then arrange some food for him. Food? Which one? Last night's? Yesterday afternoon's? Or yesterday morning's leftover food? Hearing all this, I nearly died of shame. And my friend stood up to leave. But then my wife stopped him and apologized. I'm extremely very sorry, Bhai Sahab. Undoubtedly, my intention was not to hurt you, but to teach my husband a lesson and get him rid of the mentality of showing off. As a matter of fact, we are not rich like you, but ordinary middle class people. Hearing her words, my friend also told us his reality. He was also not a rich person. He was working as a waiter in a hotel in Mumbai. My friend and I realized our mistakes and decided to never show off in future. As I mentioned in the beginning, we usually show off for 3 things: value, identity, and jealousy. So if you do it to build your value or let others know your identity, there is nothing wrong in doing it, because you are not harming other people's mental health. But if you do it for the third reason, jealousy, to give them a feeling of disgust, to poke someone where they may think they are worthless, then my friend, you are wrong. You should stop it. I learnt my lesson and still working on it. And it is better to understand from others' mistakes. Please learn from my story today and be unpretentious and precautious. Ask yourself before doing it, why are you doing it? Why doing a show to show off? Thank you.
Wow, a big round of applause. That was a difficult topic to navigate, right? A show to show off, especially in Toastmasters, where we do like to show off our speaking skills. We do enjoy the public spotlight, no doubt about that. But I resonate with you. If it is to add value and it is to show your identity, then be mindful, we say, right? Mindfully and being aware, show off. But if it's for jealousy, maybe not. That's the message that our Toastmaster gave right now. We left the mouse in the hole. Do you guys remember that? The mouse is still in the hole. He has not come out. He's still thinking what if. But let us keep him in the hole for some more time, maybe 5 more minutes. We'll take a bio break as per the agenda for 5 minutes. It is right now 2020, exactly 2025. That is 8:25 IST. Be back. Do not go. You have a very interesting session coming after this, especially for our guests. So let's meet after 5 minutes. Break time. Wow. That was not a break. That was a stress reduction mindful session. Thanks to distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. We had a stress-free break, at least for those who didn't go out for the break. Thank you so much. And there's a question posted by Sourav in the chat. Post-meeting, maybe you can go and identify all the songs played in if you have been attentive and aware during the break time. Welcome back. We are back in the meeting, and as per the agenda, I will still have to keep that mouse in the hole for a little more time and go for the second session of the day. That is the table topic session. One of the most interesting, most awaited session where even our guests can participate. And for tonight in this meeting, our table topic session will be conducted by our very, not new, I would say, but very young and dynamic Toastmaster, Sreehari Acharya. Sreehari is a mechanical design engineer and works at a robotics startup. He's an avid reader and a fitness enthusiast. To improve social confidence and expand network, he says he has joined Toastmasters. Sreehari, over to you. One note to you, my dear friend. We have our very own special Dina McEnroy in the room. A shout out to Dina here. So please do remember the first topic will be for Dina in the chat box. Over to you, Sreehari.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, today's theme is mindfulness. And as our presiding officer perspicaciously pointed out, Toastmaster sessions in a way offers a perfect opportunity to practice being present and calm in the moment. And that is more so with the table topic session. Table topic is where we hone the art of thinking on our feet and speaking without preparation. It's all about organizing your thoughts and swiftly delivering a concise and structured response, like a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. Guests may also participate if they wish. Each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Participants are disqualified at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And if they end it within a 1 minute, they're qualified. I'll start with Diana's first topic, and I'll put that in the chat. Diana, are you ready for your topic? It's in the chat. Please do type your response. Okay. Can we have Ajay Kumar on the spotlight, please?
Yes. Hi, Sreehari.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
Your topic is describe a mindful morning routine.
Okay. Thank you, Sreehari, for the topic. Describe a mindful morning routine. Basically, I'm a person who have a list of activities lined up for a day. So I split that activities into morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So I begin my morning with a glass of warm water. Maybe 1 or 2 glasses of warm water. And then I avoid checking mobile phones or for emails or for WhatsApp messages for at least 1 hour. And then after that, I will go for morning rituals. Then after that, I will come up. I do the my routine things like my things are very big, which means like learning Russian, then Spanish, then working on vocabulary. So these are the 3 activities I do on a regular basis, and then move on to go for a walk for at least 4,000 steps in the morning, 3,000 steps in the evening, and 3,000 more steps in the before night. So this covers 10,000 activities, 10,000 steps on a daily basis. So I track everything. But when it comes to morning routine, the mindful thing is stop watching or checking your mobile phones as soon as you get up. This is not advisable. Go for a walk or do some yoga. I also do yoga in the morning and then Isha Kriya in the evening. And maybe drink some water in the morning as soon as you get up. So this is what I feel is a mindful activity in the morning. Thank you so much. Back to you, Sreehari.
Thank you so much, Ajay Kumar, for laying out your such beautiful routines. Thank you so much. Can we have Elios as our next speaker?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Elios, the topic
Okay.
is how can mindfulness enhance creativity?
Can you repeat?
How can mindfulness enhance creativity?
Uh, yes, that. I would like to ask you to be mindful in every single situation. Last days, I have a lot of experience in my daily life, and I need to be creative to tackle all of those problems coming into my minds. And I need to be an instant solution for all those problems. And sometimes I want to be a perspicacious person that can handle all of those problems, but some problems indeed not to be solved. Well, maybe you're asking me why? Because that's not our problem. Why we take all of those problems into our side? And this problem is making a block into our creativity. We call it creativity block. How many of you that have been a writer that writes so many things in your life, but you have, well, having that kind of writer's block? This is the call for mindfulness. As I was saying that I'm a perspicacious person, this is definitely mind-blowing for me. I'm being a critic to myself. Sometimes this critic holding back my creativity. And I need to calm down. I need to count from 3, 2, 1 in a mindful manner, or even 10 to 1 in a mindful manner, not to count it rashly. And once you can calm yourself, you can calm and tackle all of those problems that is coming to you. So yes, when it is comes, creativity will win. Back to you, Ditya.
Thank you so much, Elios. It's always pleasuring hearing from you. Can we have Mega as our next speaker?
Audible?
Yes, you are. The topic is the benefits of mindfulness in personal growth.
We are very perspicacious about happiness. Happiness in life, and we are hunting ways to get that happiness, finding out ways for happiness, and rigorously implementing to get that happiness. Yet the world itself is a wonder. For self growth, I will say mindfulness is that practice where the basic point of mindfulness is the practice of bringing silence. Silence where you can stop all the noises. And that is the point where self growth comes in. Noises everywhere, noises of the past, the regrets, and the concerns of the past. Revisiting those memories and getting that pain. And we are caught up in that prison and are pulled in that prison. That is why we are not growing. Second prison is the prison of the future. We are anticipating, we are anxious, we fear of what will happen in the future. And third prison is the prison of the present. That something special is going to happen, and we find that present not so interesting and not so happening. So our inner growth is hampered by that. But mindfulness is that practice like bringing a bell and ringing that bell to stop all these noises that are inside us. And when we bring that silence, that power of quiet in that world of noises inside us, outside us, and around us, that is where our growth happens. And this silence, I'd say, is the thunderous silence, because there is power and it is so eloquent. That is why if we practice mindfulness, we'll get rid of these prisons, and this is where our self-growth will happen.
Thank you so much, Mega, for those tips and tricks on practicing mindfulness. Next, can we have Dr. Nupur?
Yes, am I audible?
Yes. The topic is mindful eating, how to stay zen while following a diet plan.
Okay. So how to stay zen while following a diet plan. So I am a very right person to answer this topic because I was always a overweight child all throughout my life, all throughout my teenage, till I started working. I had a little money in my hands and I decided enough is enough. I should take care of my health too because this is not going in the direction it should. Being a doctor, I obviously know the disadvantages of being overweight, being a dentist, and having to work all day long in a physically exerting environment. Not as much as many professions, but comparatively, I knew this would affect my spine. So what I did was I hired a trainer. I went in for a diet plan, and I tried, sticking to it. Obviously, me also being a baker, loving chocolate and cakes and cookies, it was very difficult when the trainer said, no, you're supposed to have a protein shake in the morning and you're supposed to have 200 grams of vegetables in the afternoon. It was very, very difficult. I would literally bribe the trainer, like, there are healthy options, healthy ways of having cakes. What if I add oil instead of butter in my cake? So we would have an interesting conversation where he would repeatedly tell me that substituting oil for vegetable, 200 grams vegetable was not a good idea. But ultimately, I think it comes down to your mindset and how you want to what you want to achieve in life. If you have that mentality of yes, I want to do this is my priority, and you're mindful of eating. Obviously, one thing that I did was switch off my electronic devices when I was eating, so that I was very mindful of what I was eating. Otherwise, a pack of chips would be gone without a thought inside my tummy. So that really helped. And overall, I think that is it. You have to be mindful about sticking to your diet plan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nupur. Yes, it's indeed true. Most of us would rather prefer a fatty foods like chole bhatura or gulab jamun like myself. But we have to be very mindful of these. We have to rationalize our mind into telling that, we'll have to take raw carrots or protein shakes more into our lives. Okay, for the last speaker, can we have presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta?
Yes, thank you.
The topic is, how can mindfulness help you navigate Bangalore's traffic chaos?
I don't know why everyone is behind Bangalore traffic. There are traffic in other cities which are equally bad. At least in Bangalore, I've never missed a flight due to traffic. I've missed a flight in Mumbai. I was almost missed a flight in Mumbai. I missed a flight in Delhi. So please, first of all, stop blaming Bangalore for the traffic. Traffic is there everywhere. In fact, there is equally bad traffic in US as well. I have had long wait in the traffic in San Francisco. And not only the traffic chaos, I think even the chaos of life, also mindfulness can definitely help. Now, how can it help? It helps by taking your mind off that thing which is actually bothering you. So when I'm in traffic, whichever city it is, there are a couple of things that I do. The first thing I try to do is I try to listening to music. And that happens for some time, and then after that, when I get bored or get really irritated, when you are snealing in the traffic, where like 3 kilometer distance is taking 1.5 hours, you feel like parking your car by the sideways and walking to office. In those kind of situations, music doesn't help. At that point of time, what I start doing is I start thinking about things which I don't otherwise think. So, for example, I start thinking of my school teacher. So this really works well. I start remembering all my school teachers and where they are and how they made a contribution to my life. I sometimes I think about some of my cousins, my neighbors, things that generally is not that important for us to think about, things that slip our mind. The only thing that I don't think about is my ex, because that will get me all worried up and worked up. But apart from that, anything else, any other relationships that has been important for me and that has been there in my life, which is not a priority right now, I think about those things. That definitely helps me come back to track. And one more thing that helps you during traffic or any chaotic moment in life is your own understanding of yourself. There is a time when you want to spend with yourself, retrospect, introspect. And that moment in traffic when you literally can do nothing, I think that is a very good moment for you to do that. What went well, what did not go well, what is your goal of life. I think some of those things can really make you get immersed in your own thoughts, and that will help you navigate traffic. I think our timer is also immersed in her own thoughts. That's why I'm not seeing her on the screen. So I don't know if I should continue to speak more or should I end here. So yes, I should end here. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. For a guy who will be probably spending his future, most of his life in Bangalore, I'm going to remember all this and try to implement myself. And I'm going to read out Diana McInroy's topic speech here. Perspicacious. My mindful starts with morning routine, very bad. Perspicacious. By someone was bullying me, perspicacious, and I want to able to move out from nasty roommate. Describe that problem in my life, worst bad luck. Perspicacious. My mindful will be moved out from house. Perspicacious. Thank you so much, Diana McInroy. So that's a closure to our table topic session here. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Joane Joseph.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for our table topic. Yes, Diana, a big round of applause for you too. And for all our speakers who gave such beautiful answers for questions on mindfulness that I realized, thank God I didn't do a theme speech where I'm explaining what is mindfulness, because you guys know. And of course, remember, our last speaker, Sourav, I think you were mindful. That's why you realized the time is gone, yet the card is not visible. And that is what we need, right? As speakers, we need to be mindful. And we need to reduce our stress. So let's bring out that mouse. Do you guys remember? For just few minutes, let us bring that chap out. He has been in that role for a long time. And let's see what he's going to do now. Okay, is my screen visible? I hope it is. It is, right? So this is the mouse stuck in the what if loop. And that is stress. And we discussed about stress. And we all know what is mindfulness. Thanks to the table topic session, very clearly, I don't need to explain what is mindfulness. But there is one aspect of mindfulness that I want to focus on, especially for public speaking or communication in general. And let's just talk about that one aspect today. Let's bring the mouse out into the real world and let's teach him one aspect of mindfulness. Now, is this the solution? Is this what I'm talking about? Inner peace, meditation? No. Meditation is really good way of cultivating the practice and habit of mindfulness, no doubt about that. But I'm not here to preach, please go and meditate. You all know you should. Whether you do or not, that is up to you. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk about one of the three aspects of mindfulness. So the three aspects are being present in the present moment, being aware of what is happening in the moment, and being non-judgmental. Now, we all know what you mean by being present, right? Being present means right now, look at me, look at my face, look at my specs. listen to my voice, that is being present. We also know what is being non-judgmental, something very hard for us to follow as human beings, but being non-judgmental. But what do you mean by being aware? Now, this is something that I feel we tend to misinterpret, or we tend to, many a times not focus on the word aware. What do you mean by being aware? Being aware means looking at the reality for what it is. Being aware means just looking at the reality. Awareness is one of the most important faculties of our consciousness, which helps us to live and survive and identify things for what it is. Awareness lets me be aware for the fact that, yes, time is running, agenda is important, so I need to move on. So that is awareness. Okay. Now, why as a public speaker, awareness is important? Let's think about that. How many of you here in this room are nervous before you go on stage? Any kind of nervous, any kind of stress you feel? I do. Every single time I go on stage, especially on a proper stage, not the virtual one, I am nervous. I feel, and typical stage fear in my case is, I feel dizzy, believe it or not. Before I go on the stage, 5 minutes, it starts, the shivering, the nervousness, the restlessness, and the dizziness. And one of the reasons, the major reasons for any kind of stage fear, any kind of communication fear is what? It's fear, right? Fear is a major reason, a major stressor for communication. Now, how many of you have your own techniques to get over this fear? You may chant your mantras. You may go, before you go on the stage, look into the mirror or take out your selfie phone and just look at yourself and I am awesome. I am great. I'm the best speaker. I can do it. I'm going to rock that stage. All of these affirmations. How many of you do anything or everything out of these things? Please, a show of hands. Don't tell me nobody does that. It's a little hard to believe. I do that. I mean, I don't know about others, but I do that in my mind, not on the selfie camera, but I do that. But one of the best things that has helped me to overcome my stage fear to a certain level is this concept of awareness, which I'm going to talk about. What do you see in the image? Can somebody tell me? Somebody who has not spoken yet. Can you just unmute and tell me what do you see in this image? Nobody? Nobody
Person
wants
is
to unmute?
showing that I can tell. One person is
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Telling to the child the way, or maybe showing something.
Yeah, a person is showing something or showing the child the way or something, right? Now, the person and the child, if you see, they are standing on top of a mountain and they are showing the way or something they are pointing out. That is not important to us. My question is, when you are standing on top of the mountain, can you see the mountain? What do you think? When I am standing, no, very good, right? When I am standing on top of the mountain, I can never see the mountain. Okay. If I want to see the mountain, I have to get out of that mountain and go somewhere far away, right? Maybe you see the river, somewhere near that river, I'll have to stand and look back and then I'll see the mountain, right? There is no way that I'm on the mountain and I can see the mountain. When you are in fear, okay, whatever fear that you have, we are talking about fear of public speaking in specifics, but in general, any kind of fear. If you become aware of that fear, that means if you look at that fear, in that moment, you get out of the fear. If you become aware of your nervousness, you get out of the nervousness. And you know why this happens? Because consider fear as the mountain. You are in the fear or on the top of that fear. You cannot see the fear. That's why the fear engulfs you. But the moment you become aware that, oh, wait a second, I am getting scared. I am feeling dizzy. I am feeling nervous. You're in that moment, you get out of that fear because you cannot see that emotion unless you get out. Like you cannot see the mountain unless you leave that mountain and go somewhere far away. So when I'm going on the stage and maybe a couple of minutes before I start feeling dizzy or I have palmy sweats, which usually I do have, I just tell to myself, okay, I'm aware of the fact that I'm nervous. I'm aware of the fact that I'm scared. And I'm aware of the fact that, yes, I am having a restless heart or palmy sweats. And the moment I am aware in that moment, I get out of that fear. The fear does not control me anymore. And then I can go on the stage and talk and give my presentation without that fear controlling me. The fear is there, It is there, but I'm looking at it from a distance. This, my dear friends, is awareness. Now, we'll do an activity of awareness later on, but we have to go to our third session, the most important session, that is the general evaluation session. And to conduct that session, I'll call our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Sagar. Over to you, Toastmaster Sagar.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day. Everyone give it up for our Toastmaster of the day and our table topic master for conducting such a wonderful and insightful and mindful session. Okay, so in this session, as I mentioned prior, we're going to evaluate the entire meeting. So first thing is the evaluation of the speeches in order to evaluate the first, evaluate the first speaker's speech, shall we have our evaluator number one, Toastmaster Smita, on the virtual stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Smita.
Can I have the timer, please, Pinda? Congratulations, Toastmaster Neha, on delivering your icebreaker speech. I know the first speech, it was so difficult to come. But I didn't believe that this was your first speech. Oh my God. The way you hooked the audience, you brought in your torch, you spotlighted yourself, and you asked a question. We were all eager. What are you going to speak? I love the title. And yes, you were in the spotlight today, and we were all looking at you, eager to hear what you had to tell us about yourself. You have fulfilled the basic purpose of your speech today, introducing yourself to the club members and learning the basic structure of speech. What I loved about your speech is that after the connect with the audience, you immediately gave us that you are going to speak about the 3 phases. So we knew there were 3 things that were coming. The way you started describing, it was so relatable and so engaging. Especially when you were talking about being a referee or you were talking about the travel that you were going through. The connect was set. When you were speaking, your intonation, the way you conveyed your emotion, kept us all hooked. The speech was very flowing and one after the other. We know you better after the introduction because you gave us all those life experiences that you have done so far, and you are what you are today. Like every good speech, there are some things which will make your speech even better. You had a very good eye contact, but sometimes you were looking to the side. Most probably you had some notes stuck there. My recommendation is you can either practice the speech a few more times before you come because you are a confident speaker and I'm very sure you can do that. Second, your hand gestures were very appropriate. But due to the camera angle, the hand gestures were partly seen. We would love to see the hand gestures properly. The third thing was that sometimes you went towards the side. And that was a little distraction. This you can just go back and find. Overall, excellent speech. Little bit here and there, and you will definitely come back. I'm waiting to hear your next speech. Congratulations once again. General Evaluator.
Everyone give it up for Toastmaster Smita for this wonderful evaluation. Now it's time to call our evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Gauri, to our second speaker speech, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Over to you, Toastmaster Gauri.
Good evening, everyone, and a very good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Sunil. Toastmaster Sunil, I was very intrigued in listening to your speech when I heard the title Show to Show Off. I really wanted to know that what is inside this speech. You started with a quote, empty vessels make the most noise, and you related it to showing off. A great start. You started at the beginning of your speech. The opening itself had a perspicacious message, which was that showing off is either for value, for identity, or jealousy. Bang on, a very powerful opening. Another thing in your opening is when you asked a question that how many of you have showed off before, and that was for the reason of jealousy. Now, what I liked was you did not get a response from the audience, and how you maneuvered and took care of that situation. I didn't find you awkward. I didn't find you nervous. You very swiftly moved on with your speech. Very nicely done. The use of the prop broom, it caught my attention. It had me grinning. It had a humorous element to it when you showed us the broom. The message in the end, the conclusion, better to learn from others' mistake, another power-packed message there. Coming to your recommendations, I have heard this story before. And now what that did for me was you could have grabbed my attention with your delivery. The purpose of your speech was also body language, intentional and unintentional body language. And that's where I felt that there was a diminished engagement because your speech lacked in body language. There was just some hand gestures around here, and that was also getting cut off because of the camera angle. The camera was also not on eye level. You were looking at us, but it didn't feel like you were looking at us. You were looking a little higher than the camera. So make sure that you need to set this up before you start your speech. Make sure that the camera length is at your eye level. In the role play, you were looking down. I'm emphasizing on body language because that is what the purpose of your speech was. When you were doing the role play, now can you see I'm looking at the camera. You were doing the role play like this. So that is where the attention was again a little limited for me. I want to challenge you, and the challenge is that start with adding around 3 facial expressions in the body of your speech and record yourself to see that how is it looking, because you do have storytelling skills. You have a very pleasing and a pleasant personality when you come on camera, but it just falls a little short on delivery is what I felt today. Having said that, you have the full capability. I've heard you before and I enjoy listening to you every time. I wish you all the best for your future speeches. Just work a little bit more on your body language. Thank you.
Everyone, please put your hands together for this wonderful evaluation. And I hope this evaluation must have added up a big time value in the speaker's speech. And now I would like to call our timer on the virtual stage. Our Toastmaster Suchita, over to you.
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Do we have that I'm so sorry, table topic evaluation as well?
Yes, we do have the table topic evaluation.
Okay, so should I share my screen?
I think as far as the current situation is concerned, you can share the screen.
Okay, sharing my screen.
Yes, yeah.
So host has to allow me to share the screen. It is right now disabled.
I request our Zoom master.
It's done.
Suchita, go ahead.
Done.
My screen visible?
Yes.
So I am a first time taking this role. So I'm little doubtful on Neha Bansal. She took 6 minutes 24 seconds. So anybody can let me know, means if she's eligible on this or not.
She is qualified.
She's qualified. Okay. Yeah, so everybody is qualified.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmasters. Like our timer for the day for the crisp report. And now I would like to call our counter of the day, Toastmaster Nida.
Yes, I will share the screenshot. I mean, screen sharing. Share the screen. 1 minute. Can you see the screen I've shared?
As if now, no.
No?
If you can
1
share it
minute.
once again.
Now?
Apologies to mention no.
Sorry, it's not coming. Okay, I'll just read it out. Like Sourav Dutta, only, no, like only 5, like it is not there. Neha Bansal has got only 18, like 4 hours, 2 and 5, and this means 7, total 18. Then Sunil Gupta got 3 and 4, this means. And Ajay, our counter, Ajay, TTM speaker, our counter is 8, is 4. Then rest all was below 5. So thank you for again. Congratulations for those who didn't get. That is our Samita Kar and Ilyos, Megha and Gauri Aggarwal. Thank you for those who didn't get. Congratulations for everyone. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much for the scripts report. Thank you. Now I would like to call our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Smruti. Toastmaster Smruti,
Yeah.
over to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Please confirm once you see my screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, here comes the grammarian report. I was actually not too sure whether should I keep or bring this word as the word of the day or not. Hence, I thought to bring synonym words to encourage speakers. Having said that, Toastmasters, guest or visiting Toastmasters, they never disappoint you. So to start with, the terminology was perspicacious. Perspicacious, which also means when you try to describe a person who is wise or is good at judgment or insightful in thoughts. So these are what we discussed initially. And I feel so proud to share that there were so many participants in the meeting who used this word not once, twice, but many times. I would request all of you to give them a huge round of applause for adding something new to their dictionary. Few good usage in this particular meeting. Is this the topic, theme, or the presenters? But the usage were back to back. I literally fall short of time writing everything. But these are the few terminology phrases which caught my attention a lot. Leaving the screen for a second or two for your view or your site. I'll definitely paste it later for your reference. Moving forward, there are something called rhetorical devices which we use to enhance our speech to bring more value and gravity. There were many, as I said, it may be the theme or the speakers. Left, right, and center, I was just typing what all phrases has been used by the speakers whosoever taken the stage. Rhetorical questions, anaphora, where we repeat the words and phrases to have a very impactful opening. And you can see there are like many here listed down. In the interest of time, let me move forward. I also got to know certain new terminology and usage in this entire meeting. People also used the power of hyperphora where they questioned and then answered at the same time. Then I think we did mention it twice or thrice here, the epithet used by Toastmaster Neha, where she termed the parental life as life of a referee. That's something very new and beautiful for me. Hyperbole, where you exaggerate something which is not actually true. And Toastmaster Sunil did that by saying, I died of shame. We had, oh God, this is another very tough pronunciation all put together. Please try once the meeting is over, where you speak to yourself, like, who am I or why am I? We had proverbs and rule of three were also in place. I thought to figure out what all recommendation I can provide, but speakers were quite mindful when it comes to usage of words and terminology. Well, our counter might have covered, but I felt if we can focus more on short pauses rather than focusing more on the long pauses, it might have made my life a bit easier, making a note of every beautiful terminology coming up. That's it from my end. I had also another page for you. No, that's it. I will paste it in the chat box for your reference. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Everyone give it up for our lovely grammarian for the day. Thank you so much for this in-detail report. Now it's time for the very interesting section of our meeting. It's time to call our listener for the day, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator. So I have a few questions here. The first question, what is TM Neha Bansal's passion? Anyone? She did mention her passion once.
Traveling?
No.
To help people?
That is one. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. It's teaching. Yeah. The second one, yeah. Which is the tier 2 city that was mentioned by Toastmaster Neha Bansal?
Andhra.
Agra.
Agra.
Agra. It's not Andhra.
Agra.
That's
It's
correct.
not Andhra.
Agra. Yeah. From Toastmaster Sunil Gupta's speech, what are the 3 reasons to show off? He mentioned
protect identity and
Jealousy.
Exactly. Value, identity, and jealousy. That's correct. And yeah, this is a simple one. What did Toastmaster Sunil Gupta pick up early in the morning? What is the first thing he picked up?
Broom.
Correct. Yeah,
Broom to
that's the
clean the
broom.
house.
Yeah. And the last question. What was Toastmaster Sunil Gupta's friend working as?
Waiter.
Waiter in the hotel in Bombay.
Yeah, exactly.
At Bombay.
Yeah, waiter in Bombay. Yeah, correct. Yeah, thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. Everyone, please make some noise for him for this wonderfully job done. And now, as I mentioned before, I'm playing role of the General Evaluator. It's my time. It's my time to present the report.
You have to
you have forgotten me.
TTE, the table topic evaluator.
Oh, apologies. My bad.
No
It's
problem.
time to call our table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Jitender, on the virtual stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Jitender.
Thank you, General Evaluator Sagar. First of all, I would like to thank all the table topic speakers for their attempt in for their table topic attempts. All the speakers were confident and they were not showing any hiccups or nervousness. So let me start with our first speaker, Ajay. And his topic was mindful morning routine. He listed down different activities with the warm water, learning Spanish, and then improving vocabulary and going for a walk. But then he abruptly ended it without utilizing the proper time. And it seems like you were not looking at the camera and thinking, so that maybe I think you need to be more mindful regarding the virtual presence. Maybe when you end your table topic, maybe you can conclude in a right manner that will be more better. Then moving on to our next speaker, Elios. So topic for him was how can mindfulness enhance creativity? And here Elios, when he started, he took a pause initially and then started his speech. He used the rhetorical question as well. And during table topic attempt, he showed the voice modulation. He was constantly looking at the camera. one recommendation for Elios is you have mentioned that calm yourself. Maybe if you can mention that what all activities you do to calm yourself, I think that would do the justice to the topic, mindfulness, enhance creativity. Then moving on to the next speaker, Megha. The topic for you was benefits of mindfulness in personal growth. Here, I felt that you had a personal connection with the topic and you were quite comfortable with it because you had a lot to talk about it. You started with the happiness and then mindfulness, how you can bring it with the silence and then resembling to the noise around it. You are also using the hand gestures, but I felt that you were not smiling or not looking at the camera. Of course, you were thinking, but I felt if a little bit smile on your face definitely would add, more. How I can mention that maybe add value to whatever you presented. Then moving on to next speaker, Nupur. Your topic was mindful eating, how to stay zen while following diet. So here you shared your personal story that how you were obese and then what all different activities you did. You started with a personal trainer, then refrained from the different foods and following the certain strict diet, though you were very tempted to, just misuse it. Of course, I can see personal story, and I was completely connected. I am sure many of the audience were also with you, because this invoke the emotions. I would small recommendation for you is when you are emoting the emotions, maybe how people like us can follow this. Maybe if you can put that across in your table topic, I think that would be great. Then we have speaker Sourav. Topic for Sourav was mindfulness helped navigate Bangalore traffic. And he started comparison with Bombay and Delhi, different cities. And then during the traffic time, when there is a long time, what are different activities he do, listening music, doing introspection, and how he has performed on different aspect of your life. And then also he was also thinking about the teacher and thanking them. So he utilized this time in a useful activity. But as a seasoned Toastmaster, I felt maybe if you can conclude in a much better way, I think that would have been great. And then moving on to our last speaker, Diana. I was completely hooked with her story because how she has shared her personal story during childhood, where the roommate was not so nice, and then ultimately she had to change her room itself. So thanks for sharing your personal experience, Diana, and it was good to know your different side of it as well. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jitender, for this wonderful evaluation. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Diana, for the equal participation in the table topic section. It's time for me to present the report of all the role players. I can evaluate anyone, and the best part is no one can evaluate. It's the best part about the journal evaluation. Okay, I'll start with the Sergeant Arms, Toastmaster Meeta. She, as always, she laid down the objective really well. Everything, as far as the recommendation is concerned for Sergeant at Arms, there's only one recommendation. If you can smile more on the stage, I would highly appreciate this. And I would like to comment. I would like to comment on our presiding officer, Toastmaster Sourav. Every time he comes on stage, he comes up with the wit and the humor, and highly appreciable. You always create the environment very light, very uh, 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 affable and the friendly. Small recommendation for you. Today, I have seen that you were speaking something at the very same time. A small text, popped up, and you started reading the text. I would highly appreciate if you can, if you, If you were to read something, you can do the same uh, after your speaking content. Apart from this, everything was good to go. I'll come to our backbone of the entire meeting, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Joane. Such a wonderful, the presentation uh, on the screen. And the best part is and the best part is you started your craft with the question and answer, and the way you engage the entire audience. It's really, amazing, incredible. Kudos to you on this. I personally like the disclaimer part you have given in the beginning, that this is completely my opinion. I have not taken any expertise advice in this. This is, completely my take. Additionally, I have a very concrete, I would say, recommendation for you, because I see you as a wonderful speaker. I see you as one of the most eloquent speaker of the entire club. I somehow feel that if you can, I somehow feel that if you can, uh, if you can, I somehow feel that if you can, work on your pronunciation, it would be really good. Small example here. In the in the entire craft, you have used the word compact. Uh, and I mean, in this word, the last word T has been emphasized. Uh, uh, has been emphasized. Has been has been has been emphasized. More. I think as a speaker you can avoid this. And also, I've seen that you use the word resonate at least 5 to 6 times in your entire craft. I think, you in the best of my knowledge, you can use the word I echo, I second you on the same page, something like this. And apart from this, good to go, our table topic master, everyone, everyone, uh, uh, and as far as table topic evaluator is concerned, there's no particular recommendation for you. Everything is good to go. And as far as our table topic master is concerned, you talked about of the entire session and the timing. Everything was good. As such, no concrete recommendation for you. Evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Smita. I think the best part about your craft and the uh, uh, and your speech is, they is the entire stage presence. It was very warm, and as a spectator, I was longing for more and more from you. Kudos to you on this. And as an icebreaker evaluator, it is our duty to encourage the speaker, which you did, and hence, and hence, and hence, and hence, no recommendation for you. Our timer of the day, she laid down the objective really well. Small recommendation for our timer. In your introductory part, you forgot to mention about the disqualification part. In all the three sections, we in all the three sections, we have the in all the three sections, we have the disqualification pattern as well. If you go beyond the certain limit. Apart from this, kudos to you. Our counter, everything was good. Grammarian, my goodness, such a wonderful report. Indeed, it was nothing less than a treat to everyone's eyes. I learned many new words. Word of the day, a bit tough, but I'll remember the word of the day throughout my life. Thank you so much for this. I was trying to find some recommendation, but I could not. Kudos to you on this. Everything was good. Now, I'll take another a minute or so. I would like to talk about the general feedback of the entire meeting. Our meeting started on time, kudos. I mean, our meeting started on time, kudos to our management. Small recommendation of the, like generally, I heard someone saying something in Hindi. So our Toastmaster platform is uh is a is a is our uh, uh is our English speaking is an English speaking platform. I would highly appreciate if you can convert the same into English. Uh and overall uh, small small commendation uh, small commendation for our entire club. I always see that we always give weightage to our international speaker Toastmaster, Diana McEnroy. And I think uh, 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 as a club member, I'm proud of it. And as a club member, I'm proud of it. Uh, uh, and and we should keep on doing the same for the future as well. Apologies to mention, I forgot our evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Gauri, and our table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Jitender. Toastmaster Gauri, I believe your presence is are, are, are enough on the stage, the way you speak, the way you present yourself. It is nothing less. It is uh, it is nothing less than the music to everyone's ears. I was trying to find some recommendation. Again, I failed miserably. Apologies for that. As far as table topic evaluator is concerned, Toastmaster Jitender, it is, I can completely understand it is a task to, I mean, it is a task to, or to like, or, evaluate all the speaker in a minimum time and justifying the same at the very same time. I believe you have done an impeccable job, incredible job. I would love to see you a bit more on the virtual stage. Apart from this, everything was good. I was playing the role of the journal evaluator of the day. And with this, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Joanna. Over to you.
Thank you. A big, huge round of applause for our general evaluator. Toastmaster Sagar, your evaluation, many a times to me, it's spot on. I really am inspired by you. You're an inspiring speaker, no doubt about that. And your feedback is so valuable because you give spot on evaluations and feedback. Last time also I've taken it. I'm working on it. This time also I've written it down. And I'm sure everybody in the audience who have got an evaluation from you or feedback from you is going to become a better speaker for that. Thank you so much for taking out your time and being the GE. The theme mindfulness. Let me just sum it up if I can. You can't sum up a theme like mindfulness. Honestly, I was in two minds. I was on the fence thinking, should I take this theme? I mean, it's such a common thing. Every club, every district, at least one time they have spoken about mindfulness as a theme. My intention was not to teach or preach about mindfulness because I genuinely believe people know. And if you don't, you can Google and figure it out. My intention was just to make people aware of the power of awareness, which I personally use to get through stressful situations, especially as speakers. In the moment awareness, as I said, helps you to get out of the fear, get out of that emotion, and that emotion does not control you anymore. So two things that I always remind myself in every day, every situation is number one, remember, don't be on top of the mountain, get out and be away from the mountain. That mountain can be anger, hate, frustration, fear, anything. That is your mountain, right? Your stress. Just be aware and get out of the mountain, and that mountain will not capture you. And second one is, I always say to this to myself, Joanne, be the mouse. Why the mouse? Because the mouse will never say what if, what if, what if. So the moment you start ruminating in any aspect of your life and you start questioning yourself, what if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? I always say this, trust me, I tell myself, Joanne, be the mouse. Be the mouse and just stop questioning. The danger is gone and you're safe. And last but not least, a parting gift to all my fellow Toastmasters and guests who are speakers. There is a 5 sense activity or an exercise that I do. It takes less than 30 seconds. Every single time that I'm stressed, whether I'm traveling, whether I'm going to go on stage, at home, anything. This exercise not only reduces stress, but I'll tell you, it also helps you in anxiety, extreme anxiety, even in extreme, the verge of panic attack, this exercise helps you. Okay. And it is called the 5 sense exercise. It's simple. Let's do it. 30 seconds, right? Let's do it. You don't have to close your eyes. I'm not going to ask you to close your eyes and breathe deeply. No. Though deep breathing does help, no doubt about that. But 5 senses, I'll give you 5 instructions. Just follow. Observe 5 things around you. Any 5 things, wherever you're sitting, just observe 5 things. I can see a bottle, a sofa, an umbrella. So whatever 5 things you can see, just observe that. And just keep in mind. Next, observe 4 things you can feel. Feel means it can be a feeling, emotion, or it can be something feeling. Like, for example, right now I'm feeling a little cold. I can feel this chair on which I'm sitting. I can feel the cloth. So 4 things that you can feel. Next, identify 3 things that you can hear right now. I can hear the fan. There's someone playing outside the door. 3 things that you can hear. Next, become aware of 2 things that you can smell. Go on and smell yourself if you want, no problem. 2 things that you can smell. Okay. And last, just focus on 1 thing that you taste right now in your tongue. I taste salt because I was drinking something salty. So, this is it. 5 sensory grounding exercise. Anytime, anywhere you can do. You can repeat it. If your level of stress is very high, just repeat it. Remember, it's simple. Notice 5 things you can see wherever you are. Observe 4 things you can feel. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. And 1 thing you can taste. With these 5 sensory exercise, you can at any point of time come out of extreme stress. And whenever your mind goes off charter, like, off track, remember, be the mouse and you'll come back. That's it for me. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be your Toastmaster of the day. Back to you, Presiding Officer.
Thank you so much. And a big thanks to all the role takers and the speakers, the evaluators. We do have a few guests with us still, so we will take their comments. I'll start with Ajay, Toastmaster Ajay. Your quick 30 seconds feedback on the meeting. While I launch the polls for the meeting, please do continue to share your feedback.
Okay, thank you, Sourav. Excellent meeting. I look forward to be part of this meeting, future meetings. The things which I like is the Toastmaster of the day, the content, and the way she narrated the things, and then the methods she gave, and lovely table topics and the table topics evaluation. So the meeting is perfect, and I like it so much. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Ajay. And we'll move on to the next poll, and then we'll take the second feedback. The next poll is for the favorite evaluator. Yes, we will do the table topic. Wait, Dina. Dina, we already got maximum votes for you. Everyone liked your speech. So we will just do the polling for the other people. You are always a winner. There is no competition for you. Okay, so we have Sanjana. Is your mic working? Can you unmute yourself? We want to hear your lovely voice. I hear that you're a lawyer in the making. Okay, we'll just have to wait for some more time, maybe a few more meetings to hear Sanjana. We will wait for you, Sanjana, patiently. And again, RVP will get in touch with you. And we have Ilyas. Ilyas, would you want to share your feedback? Okay, we'll just first hear Dina.
Hello.
Thank you. You liked it? Ilyas, 1 second. We'll just hear Dina and then we'll come to you. You liked the meeting, Dina? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dina, for joining us. Every time you join, you bring everyone's face. Like, genuinely happy. I love you too, and we all love you. Okay. We'll move on to Ilyas. Ilyas, your comments, please.
Okay, well, actually, I can say one of my favorite session now is your picking type. Because you keep on playing such beautiful music that can make us relax. Yes, sometimes we need to have that kind of ice breaking. Well, you already break the ice from all of your session and this meditation and your playlist is very good. It is universal language. Well, I do believe that there are several universal language. One of them is music. And yes, by communicating through music, we can get uh, across our message. And like what I said or suggest on the Zoom chat, please do consider it sometimes. Maybe someone who is good in singing can sing during the break time so we can uh, be immersive with the song and the person to sing about it. And for the other session, well, obviously I love the theme and the topic by our TMOD because we need to have a relaxed situation and we keep calm. And I really love the picture about the mountain. Yes. Can you see the mountain? Well, that's a deep question. So yes. Well, my question for you, do you see the mountain? Back to you, Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Ilyas. And we will now move on to we don't have any other guests in the meeting, but I do have someone who has joined us back after a long time. She took a break from Toastmasters and she is back now, which is Toastmaster Megha Jetwani. Megha, how does it feel to be back at the Gabbys?
Yes, it's like nostalgia. It's like with my kind of people. Uh, it's really great to be here, and I really look up to the recommendations. And yes, I will now smile and say, that's it.
Absolutely. Keep smiling more, and we will continue to give you reasons to smile more and more. Okay, let's now announce the results for today's meeting. Everyone's waiting eagerly for the results. First, the auxiliary role takers. Before announcing the winner, I would want to thank and congratulate the role takers. So we had a timer. Suchita was the timer for the first time. And I think she did a pretty good job, Suchita. And the best part is that you actually checked with us that are you getting it right and is the speaker disqualified? I think that's a very good way of confirming and being serious about the role. Meeta, I think you are one of the most, what's the right word? One of the easiest counter to please. And whenever you said, someone used only 18 hours, and I was like, okay, only 18 is something that I was like, okay, that's a different kind of an encouragement altogether. So yeah, I think that's the right. I don't know if there's a right way of doing it, but definitely it brought a smile on my face. Our listener for today, Gaurav. Gaurav, you did the role for the first time, if I'm not wrong, right, Gaurav?
Yes, sir. Yeah. For my
Okay.
first time.
Questions, Gaurav, close-ended, and questions which needed us to listen. And our grammarian, she has become a pro now. So for the people who talk about if you want to become a grammarian, be like Smruti Mohanty. And the G goes gaga over her, and she starts blushing because so much of praises happen for her, and so much of votes also comes for her as a grammarian. So that makes her the best auxiliary role taker. Congratulations, Toastmaster Smruti Mohanty, for being the best auxiliary role taker. Moving on, the best evaluator for today. There were two great evaluators today. Both of them were impeccable and clinical in their evaluation. One is a principal, one is a chartered accountant. Evaluation runs in their blood, in their genes, in their veins, and it showed. But finally, it is the person who maintains the accounts or used to maintain accounts recently becomes the better evaluator for today. Congratulations, Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal, for being the favorite evaluator for today. Now, the favorite role taker, main role taker. So, Sagar, very good job with the general evaluation. I know you are not a new Toastmaster. You have been there for some time, and that shows in your eye for detail in terms of evaluation. Sreehari, nice topics. You included everyone that you could in the given time. We had a paucity of time. You did a great job in that. Same with Jitender. I don't know, Jitender is not there in the meeting today. TT role is not easy, Jitender, and you did a great job with that. And Toastmaster of the day. What can I say? I already said that she's my favorite, one of my favorite Toastmasters. And now you know why, right? The only question is, Joane, I'll connect with you later to understand how do I feel the clock. That is where I was, when you said, I'm feeling the clock, I'm like, did you say clock? I can feel the clock? No? Okay, then I don't know what did I hear. Okay.
Said you can feel the time because you knew it was
The time.
overtime.
No, I don't feel the time. Okay. I learned that from you. And along with that, I'll also learn how to be such a good teammate because you are the best role taker for today. Congratulations, Toastmaster Joan Joseph. And the best table topic speaker, as I said, one is already decided, which is Dina. She is beyond all competition. The second one, it was a very close contest between Toastmaster Mega and the winner. And the winner is yours truly. So join between Dina and me. Just one vote behind. And let me tell you, I did not vote for myself. I don't have vote. So yeah. Okay, good. Thank you so much, everyone. And we are going to National Toastmasters Club meeting, the speech marathon Thursday, which is 12th. And Dina, please be back on Thursday. A lot of speeches, a lot of evaluations, and a lot of fun at the Gabbys. Thank you and see you in the next meeting. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.